Everything we do in life involves some type of strategy. Whether it be conscious or unconscious, we all have a certain way we do things. By design, we are structured to go about things in our own systematic way. Each person has its own strategy to follow. Strategy in human design is categorized by our human design types. In conjunction with having our strategy in place, we are also wired to follow our own authority. Open to outer authorities of the environmental and lunar cycles, the inner authority that we carry within our blueprint or what we should live by. These authorities are in the solar plexus, sacral, spleen, ego heart, G self centers, or none. All of these centers are responsible for our direction in life and inner guidance in making the correct decisions. Depending on which ones are defined in our body graph chart, determines which part of our body rules our being. Here is a brief description of how strategy works in human design. Generators and manifesting generators are to respond. This strategy has three types. They are manifested, wait to respond, and inform before initiating. Generated, wait to respond. Projected, wait for the invite, wait to accept or decline. Projectors, wait for the invite. Manifestors, initiate. Reflectors, wait a 28-day lunar cycle. Here is an understanding of authority in human design. Study the diagram above. Solar plexus. If this center is defined, the authority is emotional authority, and you are to wait out the emotional wave before making a decision. People with emotional authority are generators and manifesting generators. If the solar plexus is not defined, the defined sacral is next in line to rule. As your sacral authority, listen to your sacral sounds here, then make the correct move. People with sacral authority are also generators and manifesting generators. When the solar plexus and the sacral centers are not defined, the defined spleen takes over. Splenic authority. Awareness in this center of your natural basic instincts should be followed. People with splenic authority are manifestors and projectors. If all of the centers mentioned above are undefined, a defined ego or heart, which drives our willpower and self-worth, is presented as ego authority and should be followed as your decision maker. People with ego authority are exclusive to manifestors and projectors as well. When all four centers, the solar plexus, sacral, spleen, and ego heart, are undefined, the defined G self is in place as G authority. Love and happiness leads here. People with G authority are projectors. If none of the five centers of authority are defined, there is no definition, which means there is no authority. This can only be the reflector type, and the guidance here will change as it is driven by the moon and its transits. People with this authority will likely experience all five authorities as the moon transits and brings these centers online. 50% of the population has emotional authority, which means the other 50% is unemotional and their emotions do not rule their being. In order to use the full powers of our design, we must be in alignment to our true self. First, we must follow our strategy, then let our inner authorities move us in the right direction.